And we're right here live because somebody forgot to load in the title card.
I thought it said, well, that was kind of short.
Yeah. I'm looking here and I'm like, where is it? Man, I know I did it last night. Where is my title card? And I have no idea why it's not in there.
Well, tell us what it would have said.
It was like, what do you enjoy? What comics do you enjoy? That was the theme I was going to go with today, because I know you and I are going to show books that we enjoy.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Well, I figured let's hear from everybody what they enjoy. We might be showing some of their books.
There you go.
So, but yeah, totally. I have no idea where it went. I had got all my other stuff in there, but it's not there. So I apologize for that, folks. But oh well, unbelievable. Some days, I'm telling you.
How was your week? Senior moments.
How was your week, buddy?
Oh well, like I was saying earlier, I mean, it was for a short week, it was a long week, and then had all the snow and ice, and it took me like an hour and 50 minutes probably to get to work yesterday. So it was a mess. And anyway, it's Saturday, and that's the main thing. How about you?
Yeah, it was another one of those weeks. We had some snow and whatnot, but it's just the thing with snow for us, it just adds so much more work to regular routine, with you got to make sure that, because our daughter works early. She has to be to work at like 7 or so. And so that means if it snows, we got to make sure we're up and have the driveway. And my driveway goes like this, so you got to have the driveway scraped down, salted, and plenty of time for it to melt enough. So you're up at 5 a.m. to do it. But
that just means you're a good dad. That's all that means.
So we do the best we can. That's all we can do, man. We just we're already mostly through January. So then February is a short month, and then things start turning around up this way. So hopefully.
Yeah, well, here in Kentucky, and people on here from Kentucky know this already. Like I say, if you don't like the weather, just wait 15 minutes, because basically that's it, because it go from 30 degrees to like 0 with the wind chill this morning, and then next week it's supposed to be in the 50s and rain. So
that's all right. Don't have to shovel rain.
I knew you were going to say that.
Oh, well, all right. What do you say we bring the old peanut gallery right into it?
Let's do that very thing.
Okay. And good morning, one and all, from the ever-loving Peanut Gallery. How you guys doing today?
Yeah, good morning, fine people, on this frosty Saturday morning, at least here in Kentucky.
Yeah, it's frosty, no doubt about it. I don't even want to guess what the temperature is down here. I've got a sweater on. I've got my hoodie on. Oh, and I'm still shivering. So.
Yeah, I stopped to get gas yesterday on the way home from work, and I stopped at Buc-ee's, that great big place that got the 100 gas pumps and all that, where they got the cover on that. It was just like a funnel going in underneath that thing, and you're sitting there trying to pump gas. Like, oh my God. So it was like, and I had layers on, man, because, we working in that warehouse sometimes at the distillery, and, you got to have layers on. And yeah. I was still like chilled to the bone. I was like, geez, oh, Pete, let's get home.
Oh, I'm telling you, and if it gets below 80, I'm cold. So that's where I'm at, and it's just like this time of year, it's hard for me. It's just plain hard. You just try to get up every day and trudge through it, knowing, hey, spring's coming. Spring's coming.
It's on the way.
Oh, well, let's see what's going on with the peanut gallery. Oh, we've got Anthony Purdue.
Awesome.
Here. First
Brother
thing in the morning
Anthony.
here. There he goes. But before we get to Anthony, we've got to stay with tradition, and that is to bring up our comic book memories maestro, Easy Comic Reader. So we'll do that this morning. First thing, here we go. He says maybe cold outside, but the forecast calls for a steady stream of blazers to keep the good old memories fired up to the tune of "You Really Got Me" by the Kinks. And you said you were feeling brave today, so
we'll make a feeble attempt at it. Let's put it that way.
There you go, sir. It's all you.
Said Rod, you really got me going. You got me so I don't know what I'm collecting. Shannon, you really got me now. You got me so I can't stop reading at night. You really got me.
Awesome.
I did know that one. I played that a few times.
Yeah, I tried it a couple times this morning. I'm saying, wow, I really hope Shannon takes this one because I can't get the cadence down for some reason. So thank you very much, Easy Comic Reader, once again for your musical styling to start us off, as always.
Fantastical, as always.
Thank you so much. And now we'll go back to the top of the lineup here with Anthony Purdue. Great to have you with us, sir. Thanks for joining us.
Long-time YouTubers. I always comment on videos and all kinds of great comments and comic knowledge. And so we're really happy to see him in the chat today. Really happy.
And he says, it was 1964 when it all really began for me. I was familiar with Dick Tracy by the way of the very, still in my opinion, entertaining UPA cartoon series in syndication, and then I discovered the comic strip. I remember the cartoon. It was on a local kids show. They used to run them, you know. Yeah. So, and then he says,
alongside Dick Tracy was Lil Abner, who I was entertained by just as much, but whom I wasn't really familiar with. So I asked my parents about him, and from what they told me, began my comic mania. That's awesome.
He says, I became a compulsive, obsessed maniac, ingrained completely in the culture of comic strips, books, and every form of manifestation they presented themselves. Radio, TV, films, stage plays,
advertisements, magazine articles, food product participants, cameo appearances in non-comic related big screen and little screen scenes, etc., regardless if the characters were human or animal.
Oh, wow. He says, regardless of the genre they were identified with, the deja vu of days gone by with those I knew of and those whom I have discovered were also among the many I did know in comic strips and books.
Platinum Age, Golden Age, Silver Age, BA Desert Islands of Delights that contain treasures comparable to pirate plundering or to the vast wealth obtained by the Count of Monte Cristo. That's when you know it's serious.
That's right. And he says, we all have the memories of moments affected by comics upon us, some so strongly indelible that to our dying day, we will still recall them vividly. A story, a panel, a line of dialogue. So true, so true.
Oh, really true.
I know we've talked about it many times. We've talked about it on the show many times with a lot of the Peanut Gallery. Just those memories, you can pull out a book out of your long box and you can tell the story that goes with that. Where you got it from,
right.
What was going on in your life at that time.
Yeah, what long box?
You all done? You can't be all done converting yet to the short boxes.
No, it's a work in progress.
I hear you. Mine's going to take me a long time the way we're going. All right. And we saw Easy Comic Reader. Thanks once again for your musical styling, sir. We greatly appreciate it as always. And Ranger Sly, our neighbor to the north, is with us today. Great to have you with us, Ranger.
Good morning, Ranger.
He says, good one, Easy.
Rob Brown's in the house. Reb himself. Good morning,
Hey,
true believers.
Rob.
Hey, Rob.
Great to have you with us, sir. Thanks for hanging out with us. Rob Brown also says, I'm so excited. Finished my Valley of the Dinosaurs run from Charlton, and he picked up Metamorpho #1.
Woo.
All right.
Yeah.
I love it. I don't have, I remember vaguely the cartoon of Valley of the Dinosaurs, but Metamorpho, man, he's one of my faves.
Yeah, I think I got one of the Valley of the Dinosaurs, and I'm still working on my Metamorpho run. I'm about probably halfway through it.
Love Metamorpho, man. I was so psyched to hear that they're going to portray him in, what is it, the Superman movie? Yeah. Legacy or something like that. They're going to put him in. And I'm like, boy, please make him like the comics, please. Ranger Sly says, that's cool, Rob.
Hey, Maranya's in the house.
Lady M.
Says, good morning, everyone. Wonderful memory, Anthony. ECR, you really got me with your song. And Howdy Ho Ranger.
Well played, Maranya. I love that. You really got me with your song. That's awesome. Easy Comic Rita says, good morning to Ranger, Reb, and Maranya.
And Rob Brown says hi to the guys.
And he also says, what's Rod waiting on? Oh, well, there is the clock thing. Yeah, we were a minute or so late.
But that's the norm, though, right?
Yeah. I like to get talking, and I forget. I lose track of time sometimes. Sorry, guys.
We'll just say that it gives the show charm, and we'll leave it at that. How's
that? You are too kind, sir.
And Rob Brown, speaking as a comic pro, I'm not the one for crowds and cameras. I'm basically a hermit. I do go to shows, etc., but I would prefer to stay home and draw. Hey, nothing wrong with that, buddy.
Yeah, really. I mean, if you got that kind of talent, I've said it before, man, I wish I had that kind of talent to envision something and be able to bring it to life on a page. To me, that's still incredible.
But I've tried it. Yeah, I know what he's saying about the hermit thing. I mean, I go out and I've played music for years. But that's kind of like, okay, I've always done music. I'm in my element, but anywhere else, just put me on the back seat. Or put me at home, so I know what he's saying.
Lady M says, those two like to build up the sense of anticipation in us all. Yeah, that's it. We'll go with that. Thanks, Lady M.
Hey, Rob Brown, does that make me a bad comic artist? I don't know. No, we've seen you work, buddy.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, you're definitely, in my opinion, you're at the top of the game. So
yes, sir, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Rob Brown says he's laughing.
And everybody says, sorry I'm late. I was trying to find a place to hold a Jackson Roy Kirk fan club meeting, but I couldn't find a phone booth.
Good morning to you, Professor.
Good morning, Eric.
Starting right out of the gate. There we go. Rob Brown's laughing some more.
And Ron says, watch out, Eric. Jackson will sneak up on you when you least expect it. Check your ankle monitor.
Yeah. And Rob Brown is still laughing.
And quite enough say, QNS is in the house.
Great to have you with us.
For all. Yeah, thanks, sir.
Pancakes. Michael Taylor's in the house. He says, hello, Anthony. Great to have you with us, Michael.
Hey, Michael. Good morning, good buddy.
Thanks for hanging out with us. And Michael says, hello to ECR.
And Rob Brown says, well, I purposed. Yeah, it's early in the morning. Hold on. I need more coffee. Well, I purchased a second slab comic, Avengers 196, Taskmaster cover. Beautiful green field. Such a great Perez cover. Yeah, I think I got that over here on the shelf. I probably got 2 or 3 copies of that. That's a good book. Yeah.
We were just talking. Who was it? I think maybe it wasn't you. I think I was talking with Eric about the Avengers and Perez's run on there. And I didn't really get on the Perez bandwagon, so to speak. He didn't really register with me until I saw that new Teen Titans cover with the hunt for the Doom Patrol. You know, the one with
Right.
Robot Man hanging there in the weeds and stuff.
Yeah,
And from
yeah.
that point on, it was like I had to go back and say and look and say, oh yeah, he did do some Avengers. You know, it just never registered with me. I love
Yeah.
the stories and everything, and I did love his art, but it just never registered. But when I saw that, man, that clicked. He was like, okay,
Yeah.
he's in the pantheon of artists in my head, you know,
Yeah,
that I
like-
can remember.
He's that guy.
Yeah, yeah.
And Michael Taylor saying hello to Ranger.
And Michael Taylor also says hello to Rob.
And ECR says good morning to Michael.
Rob Brown says hi, Michael.
And Michael saying hello, Maranya.
And Michael also says hello to the Professor Eric Breen.
And Michael saying hello to QNS.
Rob Brown says, yay, we're live. Does the jig.
And Dr. Von Chilla's in the house. Howdy, y'all.
Hey, John, great to have you with us, sir.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you
Good
for hanging
morning,
out
doctor.
once again.
Yeah.
And of course, you know what the next question is. How's
I do.
Pauline? We want to know. Mike Taylor says, hello, Doc and Shannon, and hello to you, Michael.
And Higgy's in the house.
There we
Higgy
go.
Pop Comics. Hey, what's going on, buddy? He says, hello, everyone in the Peanut Gallery. I love the way. And by the way, I'm a new pappy. Have a granddaughter as well. Hey, congratulations.
Congratulations,
Awesome.
man.
That's awesome news, man. Nothing
Wait
like
till-
being a grandparent.
Now, you remember to hand her a binky and a comic book.
Right. Great news, man. Congratulations.
That's awesome, Higgy. Congratulations, sir. And thanks once again for hanging out with us this morning. Appreciate that. And the Jackson Roy Kirk is here. And he says, I'm just going to pre-read it just to make sure. No, I'm just kidding. He says, well, you tried, Eric. You're still my number one fan. Oh, it's so fun. So much fun.
NECR says, congratulations to Higgy. Yes.
Yes, sir. Right. Mike Taylor says, shame on you, Doc. Uh-oh.
And Michael saying hello to Higgy.
Hippies Collectibles is in the house. Hey, Tom.
Hey, Tom. Good morning, sir.
Great to have you with us once again, sir. And he says, Excelsior, true believers. Congrats, Higgy, he says.
And Gratu Orloff's in the house. Awesome.
Hey, Gratu.
Good morning, sir, as he's saying hello.
Great to have you with us once again. Thanks for spending your Saturday with us again.
And Dr. Von Chill saying congratulations to Higgy.
Eric Breen says, I am? I mean, sure, I am.
And Michael Taylor saying hello to Dr. Von Chilla.
And Rob Brown says, congratulations to Higmeister.
And Michael saying hello to Jackson.
Jackson Roy Kirk says, good morning to all you happy people. And good morning to you, sir.
And Hibby's Collectibles says almost 4 feet here.
Ooh.
Wow. I was seeing some of his videos on Facebook and I was thinking, no, thank you.
Ooh.
Man.
I remember winters like that, and I don't want to see anymore. Higgy Pop Comics, Higgy says, thank you, easy.
And Michael Taylor says, congrats to Higgy.
Higgy Pop says, hey, Michael T.
Michael saying, hello, Hippie.
And Hippie's Collectible says, morning, Michael.
And Michael Taylor says, you're welcome, Higgy.
And Michael Taylor says, Higgy, that must be a great feeling. To become
like
a grandfather. I'm still waiting.
Patiently waiting, huh? And Ron says, good morning to all the peanut gallery and nuts of the day out there. Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely. Good morning to you, Lady M. Rob Brown says, ooh, I hear Doctor Who in the background. Peeks in the living room.
And Ronnie says, congratulations, Higgy, on the granddaughter.
That's
Blessed
awesome.
event, to be sure, yeah.
Michael Taylor says, it's been extremely cold and snowing here in New York City. Oof. I don't want it.
And Werewolf by Lunchtime is in the house. Good morning,
Hey,
sir.
werewolf.
Oh, and he says, 100 degrees where I am. Whew, I have had 3 showers today. Too cold.
Oh my gosh. Holy mackerel. Eric Breen says, it's colder than an ex-wife at a settlement hearing in northern Kentucky.
That's pretty cold.
Yeah. Whew, that's cold.
Yeah.
Whew.
And Maranya says, John, good to see you. What's the all-important Pauline report for today?
Dun, dun, dun.
Dum, dum, dum.
And she also says, hey there, werewolf. It's 23 degrees Fahrenheit here where she is. Woohoo!
And Tempest from Mars is here. Afternoon all.
Hey, wait a minute. Who's that? Who'd you say that was?
Tempest from Mars. He's at
Tempest
afternoon
from
all.
Mars,
What's the problem?
Mars.
What's the problem?
Well, there's something. There we go. He is our nut of the day. Tempest from Mars.
Congratulations. It's such an honor, so we say.
And he says, afternoon, all. Well, afternoon to you, sir, and thanks for hanging out with us once again.
And Dr. Monticello, if it gets above 80, Rodney, I'm too hot and I won't leave the house. I hibernate in the summer rather than the winter.
Yeah, I've got it's the whole thyroid thing, you know, and thyroid whatchamacallit takes care of your body temperature and all that kind of stuff. Mine gone, so it gets below 80, man. I'm cold. I like it like 85, and I don't mind the humidity because it helps with the arthritis. Man, I'm getting old.
As are we all. And Rob Brown says, now we know why Shannon plays bass.
Lady M says, afternoon to you too. Tempest from Mars.
And Wolf by Lunchtime says, holy frozen toes, Maranya. Do you keep your ice cream in your freezer? Is it in your shed?
Easy Kamagrita says, Shannon, the voice cannon, the Ayatollah of rock and rolla. Great job.
Thank you, ECR. Thank you for those fine music stylings. We always appreciate it.
I love that. The Ayatollah of rock and roll. Chris Jericho.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah. Love it. Tempest from Mars says, hi, Maranya.
And Michael Tubbs says, Shannon, I used to work in a warehouse as well. So in the summer, it would be extremely hot, and in winter, it would be extremely cold because they left the gates open. So I feel your pain. Yeah. Yeah. These distilleries, I mean, it's like a historic thing too. They have what they call the Bourbon Trail, and there's all kinds of distilleries up and down the way where I work. And a lot of them are old buildings, like from the 1880s. So, you know, they can't really heat it like they need to. So you're in there like bundled up in the winter, and in the summertime you're like, wanting to peel everything off. So he knows.
You're living and dying with the weather.
Right.
I hear you. Werewolf by lunchtime says, "Hey, easy."
And we're both saying hi to Michael.
And the Geeky Puppet Show is on the line.
Good morning, sir.
How you doing this morning, Geeky Puppet Show? He says, it's 9 a.m. I just woke up. For a hot minute, Rod's voice reminded me of Casey Kasem as we got the countdown. I wish I had his kind of pipes.
That's pretty cool.
And now, a long-distance dedication.
And Maranya says, we have ice cream, Werewolf. It's kept in the freezer.
Yeah, well, there's been times that we put bottles of soda and stuff out in the snowbanks, just to get some colder quicker than the refrigerator does. Easy Comic Reader says, Wolfie baby, peace.
And Michael saying,
whoops, I'm sorry, I cut you right off. Going on. There we go.
Okay, it says Michael says Anthony Purdue. Sounds like you'll fit right in here.
And then, whoops, before I always do this, I always forget to shut off the comment. Where am I? See, and I lost my place. Doggone it. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to take that off. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do there you go.
Dr. Von Shells, here's the Pauline report. She's currently obsessed with a mini soccer ball that I gave her to play with. It was the first toy I ever bought for Petey, and it makes me happy to see it being played with again. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Passing the love down. There we go.
Got to get some video of her, playing soccer there around the floor.
Right.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Von Chilla, for that report. Greatly appreciated, sir. Always great to have you there in the peanut gallery. Michael Taylor says, hello, geeky.
Hey, we're by lunchtime said, am I the only non-American? No, there's a few north of us and a few across the pond. Yeah.
So you are not alone, sir.
Yeah.
Rob Brown says, I was fortunate. I now have nothing but short boxes. Oh.
Yeah, no need to brag.
Oh, I'm getting there. Slowly but surely.
And the Geeky Puppet Show says, good morning, Michael.
Werewolf by lunchtime says, apart from Ranger.
Well, we have a Gray Man.
Yeah. I think Tempest. Tempest is got to be from outside the U.S.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah, because he's already in his afternoon.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not sure if it's the UK or if it's Australia. I'm not sure. We'll have to ask Tempest. Tempest, where are you located, sir? If you don't mind us telling, or you telling us.
And Maranya says, Froggy, I stayed up to be here for the show.
Michael Taylor says, ECR, nice job as usual, man.
And Jackson Roycock says, fog legs for breakfast.
Oh no, Froggy's gone. The Geeky Puppet Show, he says, Werewolf, you're not in London, are you? Dun, dun, dun.
And Michael Taylor said, hello, Werewolf.
And Lady M says, Werewolf, there are a couple of people from across the pond or further afield. You're not alone. Thank you, Maranya.
And Michael Taylor says, hello, TFM.
Werewolf by lunchtime says, no, Geeky, I'm from London, live in Australia, Perth. So maybe he says, I'm not familiar with Australia, Perth. Isn't that Perth, Australia?
Yeah, I guess he's from London, but I guess he's currently in Australia.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
That's the way I take it anyway.
And you're probably right. My brain just ain't ready to function yet. Lady M says, Jackson, be glad I don't have a wrench here. Be nice to Froggy with a wrench. I know. I need somebody to break that down for me, how to do that. Seriously. I know Micah knows how to do it. So maybe I got to hit Micah up for that information. But because I don't know the first thing, and I don't know if you can do that. Can you do that on the free version of this? Because that's all I get. It's the free version.
I don't know. And we're off by lunchtime. Said Jackson
Roykirk says Hobbs.
And the Geeky Pup Show says, Maranya, leave Jackson Roykirk alone. He's my new best friend.
Mike Taylor says, Rob, no.
And Maranya saying, one panel from Marvel Team Up 9 stuck in my mind for years. I finally found it in a treasure edition of that 9 to 11 storyline. Spidey being paralyzed was that panel.
Oh, cool. I mean, there are certain ones. The one where the Vision cries, that storyline in the last panel is like he's got a tear coming down.
Oh yeah.
That struck me for a long time. That was a very striking.
Was that like the first Silver Age appearance of that, or?
I don't think it was his first Silver Age appearance.
Okay. I remember that story. I kept thinking it was Avengers 57, but I don't know.
It could be, but I don't think it is, because I think he had been established, and then it was,
okay.
He's a synthroid, so maybe he doesn't have feelings, and then that little tear thing.
Yeah,
Werewolf by Lunchtime says, hey, leave Jackson alone. He's the best line man since Glenn Campbell.
We got Shazam Boy 53's in the house. Welcome.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us again.
Yeah, it says good morning, Rod Shannon in the Peanut Gallery, and good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. And Jackson Roykirk says, Maranya, what treasury was that in?
And the Geeky Pup Show says Jackson Roykirk is awesome. I'm waiting for Eric to come in here.
Yeah, waiting for the other shoe to drop. Lady M says it was one that collected those team up issues, Jackson. Sadly, it disappeared in one of my later moves. So it's going to be one of the team up ones. That is it? Maybe the Marvel team up treasury. They had the X-Men were in it, and I can't remember.
I don't know if I have that one, but I know which story she's talking about. And Dr. Bongello says, yes, single panel haunting syndrome. I know it well, Maranya.
Yeah. Mike Till says, hello, Shamboy 53.
And Jackson says, Froggy, I know you want to be on my number one fan, but Eric Breen will forever hold that place.
Eric Breen says, I abdicate. Well, that ended quickly.
Yeah, that didn't take long. And the Geeky Puppy Show is laughing.
The Jackson Roykirk says, I won't allow it.
And Eric Breen's, well, we use your imagination on that one.
Yeah, ratcha. And the Jackson Roykirk has started us off with the starting line. The chat is popping today. The Peanut Gallery is popping. So, all right, buddy, you ready to show some comics?
Yeah, I'll show some comics.
All right. It is going to be all you.
Let's see.
Bada-bing.
Bada-bing. All right. Let's see what we got today. Just a variety of stuff. Well, since Eric Breen's in the house, we'll have some books for Eric and other folks that like this genre. Here we have Girls Love from DC, number 179.
Oh, there you go. A little DC romance.
Get your greasy paws off my mommy. And know right now hippies up there in Jersey going,
Ah!
Girls Love number 138. A good one.
Cool beans.
And here's one of Rod's go-go checks. Girls Love number 120.
Oh, there we go. Gotta love me. Go.
Those are hard to find.
Yes, they are.
And we have Heartthrobs number 145. No, 20 center.
Oh, cool.
And you knew it wouldn't be long.
I love the little heart around the DC.
Heartthrobs.
Yeah.
Heartthrobs 145.
I love the little heart over the DC logo.
Right.
That's cool.
And here we got in rough shape. Heartthrobs 144, probably the first 20 center of that title. And Donna Fane tells what to do about the other girl.
Ooh. Which begs the question, who's Donna Fane?
Right, I don't know. I know some places in Kentucky where I played music, what you do about the other girl, they go out and they slash their tires in the parking lot.
Ooh. Whoa.
Heartthrobs 133, 25-cent giant. Nice looking cover.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Saddle stitch, 25 center.
Yeah. And we got some Young Romance, number 208. Cool. I think this was probably getting close to the end of the run, if it's not the end of the run here. Young Romance 207.
Now those are past the whatchamacallit there, the 100-page spectaculars, right?
Yeah. I think Young Romance was like 197 to 204 on the 100-pagers. But here's 207, 206.
Nice.
And we'll go from some romance straight into some sci-fi. How's that?
Cool beans.
And who remembers Star Hunters?
Oh, yes.
Mr. Donovan Flint. I love this series. I always thought it was got all kinds of great artists. Rich Buckler, I think Mike Nasser was in here. Just lots of great sci-fi story and art.
I remember it. I don't know if I have any issues of it. I remember it vaguely.
Yeah. Here's issue number 2. Rich Buckler and Bob Layton on the cover.
Cool.
And another number 2. And number 3. Now, I'm not sure what issue it is, but I was looking at all this stuff I was pulling out of a box about the multiverse, and I was like, I think I remember in one of these issues of Star Hunters, they mentioned a multiverse before Crisis on Infinite Earths ever came up or any of those other crossovers, because he mentioned in this story they mentioned Claw Unconquered, and remember the Starfire character with the sword, the girl. Remember that character?
I don't.
Yeah, it ran like 8 issues. But yeah, they kind of like, okay, here's some other characters in the multiverse. I'm like, well, I didn't know they'd even mentioned the multiverse, back that far. So I'm not sure what issue it's in, but I think I'm gonna try to do a video on it pretty soon. And here's another issue, number 3. And for some reason, like I say, it helps to be organized. Number 4, another great Buckler and Layton cover.
Nice.
And another Buckler and Layton masterpiece, number 5.
Yeah, some of these I don't ever remember seeing.
Yeah, it just ran 7 issues, and then there was I think there was a DC Superstars that featured Star Hunters. And here's number 6. This is probably the first issue I ever bought as a kid. You can tell by all the love it's got. So I had to go back and get the rest of them. I had to upgrade that one, obviously. So, okay. Did I have? Okay. It is 7 issues. The reason that I don't have issue 7 is because it's in my DC Explosion box right back here. And I am going to do that video. I just need to get like 2 more books to complete that. Explosion. So, all right. We'll leave it. We'll hand it over to you now.
All righty. Great books. Great stuff.
Thanks, sir.
There we go. And Jackson's got us with the starting line as always. Thank you very much, Jackson. Appreciate that.
And Geeky Puppet Show says, I will live vicariously through Eric then, however long that is. Eric Breen says, I am forever. Jackson says, apparently. And Geeky Puppet Show says, just like an STD.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
The gift that keeps on giving. And Geeky Puppet Show says, New York City? New York City.
There we go.
He said New York City. Okay. Michael Taylor says, when you have a grandchild, that gives you more of a reason to try and live as long as you can. You are definitely right, sir.
Oh, cool.
And Triple C's in the house, cheap comic collector.
Great to have you with us, sir.
Good morning, Triple C. He says, I'm late. Good morning, everyone. Hope you're comfy and staying warm. We're trying.
You're doing our best, man. It's a chilly one out there today. Nope. Was it on there twice? Let's see. There's that one and then that one. Okay.
Okay. And Dr. Valenchill says, congratulations, Tempest from Mars.
Yay.
And Dr. Valenchill says, cheap comic collector. And Jackson says, congrats, Tempest. ECR says, welcome to the Tempest Club, Tempest from Mars. Hey, that is a high honor. I just want to interject and say that is a high honor. Anyway, Michael Taylor, Tempest, I hope you've had your protective cup on.
Jeez.
And Werewolf says the Eric Breen Loves Jackson Appreciation Society is very popular down under. We have 2 members.
Oh.
And Michael Taylor says, hello, Triple C. Eric said, that's 3 more than we have here. And Tim says, it's an honor and a pleasure to hang out with all of you. Feeling mutual, sir.
Yes, thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. Thank you for hanging out with us.
And Ron says, welcome to the exclusive Nut of the Day Club, TFM. Absolutely. Michael Taylor says, Shannon, in the summer, sometimes I would wring water off my clothes. Yeah, I remember those summers. And Jackson Norkirk says, Comic Mag Musings has an appreciation society in Arizona. Of course, he's the only one in it so far.
Oh, poor Bill.
And Werewolf says, that is true, Jackson. Suspiciously, the only members name us Bill. Is, he says. And Paulo Costa is in the house. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Paulo. Great to have you with us again.
And he's like, Cats, I swear Dr. Monchella is turning this show into Broadway. And the Geeky Puppet Show says, conspiracy. Nut of the day is just Rod building a secret list for who knows what. No idea, but it sure is nutty. Oh, Dr. Fives. Is this a new one?
Yeah, I think this is a new one.
Welcome. Says, hello, guys. Glad to watch this show.
Well, hello to you, Dr. Fives. Great to have you with us this morning. Thanks for taking time out of your Saturday and hang out with us.
Absolutely. Welcome to the nutty crew. I remember watching that movie when I was a kid. It scared me to death. You remember the abominable Dr. Fives?
Sure do.
Man. And then later on, I watched it again and said, wow, I really love this movie, you know.
Yeah, well.
You're right. And Michael Taylor says, hello, Paulo. Dr. Monchella, LOL, Paulo. And Werewolf saying, hey to Paulo. And Miranda says, hey there, Paulo and Dr. Fives. And Michael saying, hello, Dr. Fives. And Bub's in the house, another Kentucky guy. Hey.
Great to have you with us, Bob.
Yeah, Andrews, he's a good one. I met him and Jambo at a comic show here back in March.
Oh, cool.
Like, I'm not even from outside Shannon State. Yep, he's just to the south of me.
Ah, very cool. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. Appreciate it.
And Michael says, hello, Bubs. QNS, holy smokes, Doc and Shannon going to need an AI reader to handle all this.
Yeah, the peanut gallery is popping today.
And Temple says, I'm way outside the U.S. being on Mars. And Jackson says, but we don't hold that against you, bub.
Oh.
And Paolo says, Perth is the Salt Lake City of Australia. They think they're a big city, but it's in the middle of nowhere.
Wow. Oh, no.
And Bub's Comics, hey, MT, hey, chat. And Paolo says, Bub comes from the state of insanity. And Werewolf says, sorry, I typed that poorly. I'm originally from London, but now I'm not in London or a werewolf in London. I'm, in fact, a werewolf in Perth, Australia. Okay.
There we go. Okay, doke. Now we're on board.
And Eric says, the vision with the tear was the end of Avengers 58. I was right.
I shouldn't have doubted you. I should learn. I should know by now. Very cool. Thank you for that, Mr. Breen.
And Bubs, I would have to agree, Paolo. Dr. Von Jill, the vision crying was the last page of, Avengers 58. Everybody's helping out.
That's it. Thank you very much, Dr. Manchilla.
And Michael Taylor says, Vision better be careful or he'll mess up his red makeup. And more confirmation here. Bub says Vision crying was Avengers 58. See ya, Bub. Geeky Bubba Show says, I better not see you drinking a pina colada, werewolf.
Uh-oh.
And the Gray Man's in the house. Hey, folks.
Hey, Gray Man. Great to have you with us once again, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, another one of our friends across the pond.
That's it. Great to have you with us.
And Jared Osborne's in the house. Welcome, sir.
Hey, Jared.
It says, what if you went to the movies and had to sit behind the leader? Is the what if panel that haunts me. Oh, man.
Oh, things that make you go,
Yeah, right.
Great to have you with us, Jared. Thanks for spending your Saturday morning with us once again.
And Werewolf says, I only drink strawberry milkshakes, blood.
Ooh. Wow.
And Michael Taylor says, hello to Gray Man. Eric Breen is loving it. Michael saying hello to Jared. And Ron says, I believe it has to be done through YouTube, Rod.
Okay, because I know nothing about how to do those wrenches, and I'd love to be able to give you the wrench so you could do that. Yeah. Police this place.
Right. And Werewolf says, hello, Gray. And Hippie says, LOL, Hippie is in Buffalo and about to get a cup of coffee. And the Geeky Puppy Show says, so much girls love. This is an outrage. It's 2024 and we still don't have a boys love comic from DC. Just wait. All you have to do is wait.
That's it. Just wait.
And Jackson says, go back to bed, Froggy. You weren't thinking clearly. And the Geeky Puppy Show says, you can only make changes through YouTube Creator. Go into settings. I can help walk you through it if you have time today, Rod.
I might take you up on that. I got to find out what the missus is doing this afternoon. But yeah, between now and Sunday night, because I'll be doing the first reading there on Sunday night. I could definitely use the help on how to do that. So thank you very much.
And Paulo says, only Nambia can make that comic, Froggy.
Only Nambla.
And Nicky Pop says, oh, yeah, Baby Star Hunter's good stuff. Oh, yeah. I think Higgy showed that series a while back, too. Yeah.
Cool beans.
Jared Osborne, how does one hunt a star? It's not like they move.
That's a good question to ask.
That is a good question. And Dr. Von Jill says, I rarely drink coffee anymore, Tom, but I just put on a pot. I'm in the mood today as it's the coldest day of the season thus far.
Ugh. Yeah,
And
I'll have some
Rob,
hot cocoa boiling later.
yeah, Rob Brown says, love that Star Hunters run. Yeah, some great art in that one. And Geeky says, Jackson Orkirk, you're such a nice and friend. I will do just that after I finish eating my breakfast.
There you go.
Ibby says, LOL, John, coffee is my lifeline. Hey, it's my only vice. At this point in life, it's my only vice. And Paolo says, the only acceptable form of coffee is espresso. That's one opinion.
I've never had an espresso, so I don't know what they are.
Jackson Roykirk says, yep, DC Superstars 16. Yep, that's right. Is where the Star Hunters were first introduced.
Cool beans.
Marania says, I just had my breakfast. Brown sugar, cinnamon Pop-Tarts, just enough sugar to keep me going through this show. Because God knows you need something to keep you going through this show.
Something to keep you going through it right. Exactly.
And Michael Taylor says, Shannon, cool Star Hunters. Thank you, sir. And Marania says, espresso is coffee's uppity cousin. And Hippie's laughing at that. And Jack says, cappuccino for me. And Dr. Von Chill's laughing at Marania. And Powell says, ask your Italian ancestors, Marania, if American coffee is real coffee, they'll shake their heads at you. Just like saying the American pizza is real pizza, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
And Hickey Pop says, Star Hunters and Starfire. Yeah, and I believe Claw were all part of that storyline. Yep, I might be wrong about Claw. No, you're exactly right. I read through that, and I was like, really? I said, that's the first time they've mentioned the multiverse before years later, so I thought it was pretty cool. At this point, Eric says, would anyone even notice if Rod and Shannon didn't show any books? We're starting to wonder. I think that might be by design. So maybe if we talk enough, they won't get on there and yak and show those books. I think that's it.
Could be something to that.
Yeah. Paulo Costa says, books? I thought we just came here for Rod to read our messages.
Uh-oh.
And Jack says, right, it's just a great hangout.
I love it.
Yep. Dr. Moncello, Dr. Fibes rises again. Yep.
Well played.
Eric Green, best chat on YouTube. Well, we won't argue with you. Even with Eric, says Jackson. And the Geeky Puppy Show says, what's it like to show off books younger than yourself, Eric?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, he says.
Eric saying, ah. And Marania says, Paolo, my Italian uncles drank Maxwell House when I was growing up. So, yeah. Just what I'm drinking. And he said, Porca Miseria. And Michael Taylor says, the Peanut Gallery is so funny as usual.
Absolutely.
And the doc says, indeed, Eric, they'll soon have to start showing their books while they read the chat comments. Multitasking. Too late for that.
I've actually thought about that idea. So that's not too far off, I don't think.
Yeah. It's that the more people get in here, we're going to have to either extend it or just kind of do what he says. It's just
exactly. Just show them while I'll do some comments.
And there's Paul S. with my favorite avatar. Good morning. How's everything today? Good morning, sir.
Hey, good morning to you, Paul. Thanks for hanging out with us again, sir.
And Eric Breen says, I saw a clip yesterday of Warren Zevon on the Lawrence Wilkes show.
Oh, jeez. Lawrence Wilkes. There we go.
Saying hello to Paul S.
Oh, my gosh. It keeps... Just when I think we're getting down to near the end. I see Jackson down there, so we're doing good.
And Paul S. says, morning, Michael. And Rob Brown says, but DC did do a Boys Love comic. Superman's son looks away. Yeah, this is true. And Dr. Phil says, Rob Brown, bingo. And Werewolf says, by the time you read this, it will be midnight in Australia. I will go out and do my work, but hopefully be back in time for Cover Slingers.
I hear you. And Jackson gives us another starting line. So we're going to show some more books. And Here we go. All right. Let's see. What did I have? Where did I put them? There we go. There we go. Yeah. When I was making the title card, which I didn't show this morning, I was trying to think of something to do, and what I thought of was, what do you guys enjoy reading? I mean, just stuff that you enjoy reading as far as comics go. Could be Silver Age, could be modern, whatever you like. So whatever you like to read, throw a comment on there. Let us know what you're interested in. So I'm going to show you a bunch of stuff that I enjoy. Just odd stuff. The real odd stuff that I love. And one of them is this right here. This book right here. I just love this book.
Oh man, that's on my list.
I mean, it's just really cool because it takes me back to those Saturday mornings when all these were on and we were watching them, King Kong. I mean, the name of King Kong. I mean, this is great. Yeah. So I love this. Plus Squarebound. So, I mean,
can't get any better than that.
That's it, and it's a one shot. It's a unique book. Just really, really enjoy that book. I don't know why this one's in here. I'll do it anyway. It's Skywald, Tender Love Stories.
There you go.
I wish I could say, I really love this book, but I just remember getting it not too long ago, so I haven't really come to appreciate it as much.
Yeah, I think if we keep it up, we're going to lose Hippie.
All right, we got to get back to some tough stuff here. Here we go. Little Mighty Samson, number 10.
There we go. That's one I'm trying to complete.
Yeah, I'm working on this run myself. Try and pick these up. You can still get them at a decent price for the most part. The early ones going to command a little higher price, but
that's like Go Key's take on Commandy, pretty much.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, post-apocalyptic stuff. Cool beans. And this one here I picked up, I think within the last year or so, and I just had to get it once I saw it on eBay. I didn't know it existed, Tom Terrific and his mighty dog Manfred.
Terrific.
I used to love watching that cartoon on Captain Kangaroo. Right. I love that. So I had to get one of those. So I love those. This is a Flash Gordon from King.
Flash.
Who doesn't like Flash? Here's another Hardy Boys. The cartoon, it was okay, but man, that opening theme song, that would grab me.
That's cool stuff.
We're having a party. Having a party. I mean, I love that. And I think there's only 4 issues of this series, too. I think I got 2 of them. So I'm going to try and get the other ones. But I remember this cartoon. Used to love the intro to it. So I just... And here's one that I know is on your list of favorites as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just picked that up a few months ago. It's on the display shelf over here.
Yes, sir.
Talk about some goofy stuff. I sat there and I was like, I got halfway through it and I was just, I was in tears. I was like, really? It's like they took like the worst dialogue from Marvel and DC and put it all into one book.
But it's just one of those books that you love these unique characters that we didn't get to see a whole lot of as a kid. At least I never got to see a lot of them, know. But I've come to really, really enjoy all those MLJs or MJLs. I forget which way it goes.
MLJ.
MLJ. There you go. I love those characters, and I love. Everybody knows I love Western stuff. So when I came across this, I said, I want to try it out, and I picked up an issue of it, and then I enjoyed it, and so I decided to pick this Judge Colt. This is number 3. There's only 4 in the series.
Right. Yeah, you made me spend money on those. I got the first issue. I still know the other 3.
Cool bees. But I mean, it's a good read. It's pretty
it was
cool
really
read.
good.
Here's another one. Bronco Bill. This is number 15.
Oh,
This
wow.
is from 1950.
Yeah. Flashing the golden age stuff here.
Yeah, well, there ain't too much in this collection. That is golden age. So once in a while, I pick up one, So, and these here, Dell, 12 center, superheroes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love that.
These reminded me of like they should have been a Saturday morning cartoon.
Right.
These characters. I mean, they very reminiscent kind of the Galaxy Trio to me.
Yeah.
So I just love reading their stories. And again, this one's I think it's only 4 issues. I think.
Yeah.
So I'm on a 4-issue series kick, I guess. And of course, who doesn't love the Phantom?
Oh, yeah.
Is number 10.
Man, I love those painted covers by George Wilson.
I would really like to have a painted Phantom cover. Can you imagine that as a poster?
Yeah.
That would be so cool. There's so many great covers that they could do that to. So, and one of my favorite TV shows back in the 60s. I'm going to make sure I show them in the proper order. The Time Tunnel.
I've got that in my cart in my comic shop right now.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it's number 1. I used to love this TV show. I still record it.
Yeah.
It's on my DVR. I still recording not issues, episodes. I'm still recording episodes. But I love watching it.
Yeah, there's only 2 issues of the comic, right?
No, there's only 2. Yeah. That was it. 1 and 2. And that was 1, and this is 2.
There we go.
And we used to have, there was a certain, woods, that behind where I lived. And there was a certain pattern that they had out there with these trees. And they kind of like made like a point, kind of, they go in like this. It was just a natural thing. And that was my time tunnel. I would pretend that was the time tunnel, and you go running towards the back to the last tree. I mean,
right.
It was just cool. And here's another gold key one, Mars Patrol. This is number 3.
Yep.
Another one I came to appreciate. And Mandrake the Magician from King Comic. I always liked it.
I picked up one of those at a show recently.
Oh, I wish they would make another cartoon. Remember they did the Defenders of Earth? Defenders of the Earth. I wish they would do another one with just the heroes and, not the goofy kid things, just make it an action adventure, or just show individual episodes, like Filmation used to do with the Justice League and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Dude, make 7-minute, 8-minute cartoons with these characters from King. That would be so cool. Oh, and here's that first issue of I don't know if it's the first issue, but it's my first issue of Judge Cult. This is the one that got me started on that. And then this character I come to really enjoy. Like you, Shannon, we've talked many times. We like those obscure characters and whatnot. So here we go. Forbidden Worlds with Magic Man. This is number 131. There you go.
We're all about the BC and D listers, man. I love that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, because when I was a kid, I never got any of these. I never saw any of these. Here we go with some jungle adventures. This is number 18, the majestic Tanda.
Oh, nice. Getting into Jambo territory now.
That's it. Number 18.
Awesome.
Super Comics. And another, I wish the show had lasted longer, but it was a cool show, the companion to the Batman. The Green Hornet.
Green Hornet.
Complete with added on mustache. But
yeah, I love those 60 shows. Well, I was going through a box. I was in one of my post Bronze Age boxes, and I found the first issue of Batman 66 and the Man from U.N.C.L.E. It came out a few years ago.
Yeah.
Pretty fun stuff.
Yeah, cool beans. And we go another Phantom book, but this is put out by King.
Classic.
Love the Phantom. He was one of the few Sunday comics that I would make sure that I read. I really enjoyed the Phantom. And then the last one to sum it up here, another cartoon show that I loved growing up in the 60s, baby. Well, Mighty Heroes.
Mighty Heroes. Nice.
Who doesn't love these? The Diaper Man and Cuckoo Man.
And my want list grows quicker, thicker, and longer.
Oh man, just fun stuff that I enjoy reading. You know, just guilty pleasures, I guess you could call them. And we got Jackson with the starting line. Thank you very much for that, sir. Appreciate it once again. Lady M says, "Take care, Werewolf, and stay safe out there." Absolutely. And Mr. Beckerman is here. How are you, sir?
Welcome, Beckerman.
He says, woke up late. How is everybody? We're all cold. We're
all cold.
Or most of us are anyway. Werewolf by lunchtime says, I promise not to eat too many people, Maranya. Well, that's good. That's a good thing. Jackson Roy Kirk says, Beckerman. Beckerman says, hey to Jackson. Mike Taylor says, speaking of coffee, I'm having an iced coffee right now. Iced coffee. Oh, in this weather. It's cold. Oh. Lady M says, good morning, Beckerman. How are you? And what's the Catt Murdock report? Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Michael Taylor says, hello, Beckerman. Paulo Costa says, everyone waking up and talking about coffee when I've already had pot stew for lunch. I will have pot stew leftovers for dinner.
Sounds good.
What's the time? Yeah, I wonder what is the time difference there, Paulo?
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you.
I'd be curious to know. Was it like a 5-hour difference or something like that? I want to say. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Dr. Von Chilla says, I'm making Kung Pao chicken for lunch today with some wickedly hot Thai chilies. Not for the faint of heart. Yes, sir, Bob. And Beckerman says, good morning, Maranya. Murdock is at his post again. Oh. Hold on a second. We got to do this right here. There we go. And he says, good morning, Maranya. Murdock is at his post again, looking out the living room window, watching nature. Thank you so much for that, Mr. Beckerman. Appreciate that, sir. The Jackson Roy Kirk says, 36 watching, but only 14 thumbs up. Hit that like for our fine host, y'all. Well, thank you very much. We got to put him on the payroll.
Thank you, Jackson.
Geeky Puppet Show says, with the amount of people in the chat, how the heck is Dr. Silver Age not at 1,000 subs yet? I have a niche appeal. That's what I'm going with.
Hey, he's never on his own channel anymore.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I look forward to doing this. I love this. Werewolf by Lunchtime. I just got the latest retro magazine in the post. Surprisingly, Top Cat only ran for one season of 30 episodes. Really, I did not know it was one episode. One season. I would have guessed at least 2.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool. See, learn stuff every week. Beckerman says, hey, Michael Taylor. Tony, why not art? How are you, sir?
Tony, good morning, sir. Glad to have you here.
Yes, thanks for hanging out with us once again. Appreciate it, sir. He says, good morning to everyone. Good morning to you. Michael Taylor says, Doc and Shannon, how many words per minute can you read? Can you read the chat? I don't know. I'm going as fast as I can. And down here with the temperatures down here, and my lips feel frozen. So it's a challenge. It's a challenge. Rob Brown says, what I'm enjoying reading currently are the Bronze Age cartoon books. Just can't help it. Laughing out loud. Yeah. What's not to love? Bronze Age cartoons?
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. Paulo Costa says, I've always preferred team books. Intrigue, espionage, ungainly energy weapons, and the world's fate at stake. Dun, dun, dun. Exactly. Yeah, nothing wrong with all those. That's great. We could get those in more books. There'd be a lot better books to read out there. Geeky Puppet Show says, I never hear of America's Best Comics. That's so cool. Yeah, it's really cool. It's a one-shot deal that ABC put out back in, I don't know, 67, maybe 68. Something like that. I think it was 67. To be honest with you, might be 68, but I think it's 67. But it was just great, and it was just a book on the different cartoons that they were putting out at the time, and they just run a little comic story in there. It was pretty cool. It really is a neat little book. I really love it. Jackson Rourke says, I was just starting to get into the romance comics, but they all went to Kentucky, apparently. I think he means you might have the market cornered, you and Breen.
I don't know about that.
Werewolf by Lunchtime says, I recently had an Archie 103 arrive in the post, in the mail. Fantastic 10-cent book. Wow.
Awesome.
Holy mackerel. Very cool. Michael Taylor says, gold, silver, bronze, and some copper, of course. There you go. Hippies Collectible says, tender love, time for another coffee.
I knew something was coming.
Yeah. Tempest from Mars says, it's mostly Silver Age DC, but there's some amazing modern day stuff out there. Planetary and Astro City being two modern-ish releases I recommend. I don't know that much about Planetary, but I am a huge proponent of Astro City. I love that whole world building thing and the way they did it. Very good.
Those are two. That's two great modernish books. Yeah, like he says, Planetary is great. You need to check that out.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out. You're right, but definitely, yeah, Astro City. Tim Mullins. He's the one who got me into Astro City. I saw him talk about it, and I said, "Oh, I'll pick that," and I fell in love with it immediately. So I just wish they would come out on a regular schedule. Yeah. You know, I think it's been over a year since the last one came out.
Yeah.
So Geeky Puppet Show says, tender love. That's me eating fried chicken tenders.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Michael Tilla says, very cool, Mighty Samson, number 10. Thank you, sir. Dr. Von Chilla says, America's Best Comics is a seriously awesome book. I never had a copy, but I'm not sure why. Shannon, it's a square-bound book. Get on it, buddy.
Hey, I know. It's on my list. But you know how many books are on my list? One book at a time. You know?
Oh, I love that. Get right on you. Get on it, buddy. I love it. Hippies Collectible said, Master of the Universe. Tony Why Not Art says, I've been digging back into the silver and bronze and copper books. Haven't been reading anything new. I still pick up. I got a handful of new books that I pick up. I was going to show those, but then I just decided to go with the old stuff. What can I say? I'm an old guy. I go with the old stuff. Michael Taylor says, very cool, Flash Gordon. Yeah, I love that. Michael Taylor says, hello, Tony Why Not Art. Geeky Puppet Show says, I'm currently loving 70s Jonah Hex.
That's a great series. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that one. And that's a great one to love.
Yes,
I'm right there with you. Tony says, hi, Michael. And Hippie says, hi to Tony. Paul S. says, books that I like, just in case you didn't know anything with the Justice Society, anything with the Justice Society of America. But I am going to pick up the Secret Wars facsimile since they are doing the whole series.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. I'm telling you, it's freezing down here. It's freezing. I know you and we're big fans of Justice Society, so we're on the bandwagon there.
Oh yeah, I mean, I got boxes and boxes, man. You know, and I know to you too.
Yeah, and I just picked up a bunch more. I'm still trying to fill in the JSA run and the Justice Society run, more modern runs, and I just picked up like a bunch of books for that recently, dollar books. Yeah. I love it. I love it. Picking up these books for $1. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, I can't remember which title it is. One of those I just completed recently. The other one I probably need about 6 issues. And I have both of those. So yeah.
Oh, you're doing better than me. One of them I need, like you say, about 6 issues, and then the other one I need probably closer to 20 to 25. But I'm making my way slowly but surely. I'll get them. Tony says, "Hey Tom, got more art to show? I'll make a video on the art I'm selling."
Yeah, I got one of those great pieces of his reserved, and we'll have that very soon.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Dr. Von Chilla says, indeed, Michael Taylor, Al Williamson did some great work on that book. Just not enough. Well, by lunchtime says, I'm selling my Spidey books on eBay, trying to fund a deposit towards a house. It's making me sad. Oh,
yeah. We can feel the pain.
Yeah, we've been there. I think we've all got those horror stories of we've had to sell off something in order to just live life.
Right.
You know? So good luck. Hopefully you don't have to sell off too much of it. And you'll be able to recoup what you want to get back. Hippies Collectible says, excellent, Tony. Jackson Roy Kirk says, Judge Colt is supposedly based on a real man. Yep. Yeah, I can't think of his name. I used to know it. I can picture his little place. Judge, what was his name? I can't think of it now. Doggone it. But yes, I believe you are correct, sir. Tony says, thanks for your support, Tom. Your prints are on the way, my friend. There you go. Good bean, cool beans. Mike Taylor says, superheroes versus supervillains were great, as well as super gorillas. DC super gorillas.
Can't beat
Paul,
that.
Paul S says, hey, Shannon, I know you collect Justice Society. Do you have any of the original All-Star comics?
Man, I wish I did. I mean, I got like all of them when they did the restart in the 70s. You know, I got that whole run. But I that is one thing that I do want to have in my collection before, you know, kick off this mortal coil, is to have like an issue or two. I don't care what kind of grade it's in, of All-Star, the original All-Star comics, because I'm just a huge fan.
Yeah, that would be wicked.
I do have the original run. I do have it all reprinted in the DC archived editions. So, you know, I got all the stories, but I don't have any of the originals, but I would love to have one.
Hippies Collectible says, thanks, Tony. Looking forward to getting them. Mike Taylor says, very cool, Phantom number 10. Thank you very much, Michael. Appreciate that. Paulo Costa says, the Phantom's still going on today. Mike Manley is ill, so Brett Blevins took over the art on the Daily Strip starting this week.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I like both those artists.
Yeah. Mike Taylor says, cool time tunnel. Great show. Yeah, I loved that show as a kid, man. Loved it. Easy Comic Reader says, I finally found and read my first copy of Herbie, and now I let out a rebel yell. More, more, more. Hippie's Collectible says, Time Tunnel, cool. Just started watching that along with Land of the Giants. Another great one. Yeah,
good stuff.
Oh, yeah. Those shows from
that giant hand.
Great stuff. I love the little spaceship they were in too. That was pretty cool. Love that stuff. Quite Enough Sayer says, I caved on boycotting new comics for the first time in decades and got a few pre-orders. A new Power Pack series by Louise Simonson and Moon Man and Jackpot One. Oh, now I know of Power Pack.
She's the one that did it back in the 80s. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
I'm curious about Moon Man, what that's about. I'd like to know what that's about. I may have to look into that one to see if it's up my alley or not. So thanks for that, those ideas. Thank you very much. Dr. Von Chilla says, please stop showing the Judge Cult books. At this time in my life, I'm trying to declutter my collection, not add to it. I feel your pain. I feel your pain, man. I'm telling you.
He's just going to keep adding. He's just going to keep adding, and he's going to look around and say, where was that empty space I had a couple of years ago? It's gone.
That's it. Michael Taylor says, is Time Tunnel on DVD? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Both seasons are on DVD. I do not have it. I missed out on getting it, and then when you try and go back and get it afterwards, it costs a lot more because people like it. So I don't have it on DVD yet. It is on my DVD to get list, though. Michael Taylor says, cool Mars Patrol 3. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Jackson Roykirk says, I have all 4, Dr. Von Chilla. Go for it, he says. Hippie's Collectible says, yes, Time Tunnel is on DVD. Yes, sirree. Geeky Puppet Show says, I just checked. It's only 9 degrees outside. I was wondering why there was a penguin waving to me. Werewolf by Lunchtime said, growing up in England, I always wondered why we didn't have cool shows like they did in America. When I watched Doctor Who, and I wondered why we didn't have cool shows like they did in America. I remember watching a couple of Doctor Who's. It was with, I think it was, what's his name? Tom Baker, I think was the guy that played the Doctor then. But I never really got into the series. I could not find it to stay on top of it. But that's pretty
it never
cool.
was on any TV we had. I mean, I don't know why, but as popular as it is, I just kind of wonder what was going on there.
Yeah, it was on PBS on a local PBS station out of Boston for us. That was the only place I could find it. But then they would change it around. One weekend it would be Saturday at 6:00. The next weekend it might be Saturday at 2:00 in the afternoon. It's like whenever they could fit it in, I guess. I don't know. Mike Taylor says, cool. Thanks, hippie. Paulo Costa says, 2013, Dynamite published a comic called King's Watch. Yes. Inspired by Defenders of the Earth. It's just Flash Gordon, Phantom, Mandrake, and Lothar. Yes, sir. I got a couple of those issues, and I'm actually actively seeking to finish that run on that. So, and I think I might have found the place because the new comic store that I'm going to, they have a dollar room that is second to none, and they have them all out by publishers, and they have a Dynamite section, and I saw some King's Watch in there, but I ran out of money. I'm going back there and ransack that place.
There we go.
So yes, that is a cool series. Dr. Von Chilla, the Jackson Roykirk, and Rodney suddenly shows another one. Oh, Michael Taylor says, very cool, Forbidden Worlds. Yeah, I love those. Beckerman says, I've been seeing a lot of that old Mandrake OA hit the market lately. Oh, ho, ho. Maybe they're going to make a movie. Dr. Von Chilla says, the ghost who walks lives. Yes, sir. Robert Harrison, another neighbor to the north. How are you, sir?
Good morning, Robert. How's it going, buddy?
He says, Green Hornet show. Liked it better than Batman. Wow. That says something, too, because I love Batman, but I did love the Green Hornet. new gadgets. Green Hornet seemed like it was a little more serious than the Batman show. But
yeah, the only reason I loved it, the only reason I watched it was because of Bruce Lee.
Nothing wrong with that at all. Cheap Comic Collector says, I loved all old comics, but I was pleasantly surprised to add some modern Marvels to my reading list. FF, Ultimate Spider-Man, and Avengers Twilight are fun reads. Now, I know of the FF. I vaguely know of Ultimate Spider-Man, but Avengers Twilight is new to me, so I might have to check that out.
It's just come out.
Yeah. Do you have it? Did you get it?
No. I was thinking about checking it out, but I haven't yet.
Because I'm an Avengers guy. I love the Avengers, so
yeah.
I really like that War Across Time that they did recently. That was really good. That was really done well. Cheap Comic Collector says, that's the same one I just read, so it's in there twice. There we go. And there he goes. Triple C says, I don't know why comments are double posting. Gonna reboot. Okay. Mike Taylor says, those Gold Key Hornets were great. A while back on eBay, I saw a Gold Key Green Hornet 3-pack. Oh, I was so tempted to bid on it. Yeah, I bet I wonder what it went for. I bet you it went for big money.
Oh, I'd say it went into 3 figures there. Yeah.
Oh, can you imagine that?
Yeah.
A 3-pack of Gold Key 3-pack of Green Hornet. Wow. Mike Taylor says, fantastic book, Doc. Thank you very much, Michael. Appreciate that. Paul S. says, good morning to Mr. Beckerman. And Paulo Costa says, I have 5 hours on the East Coast. It's past 4 p.m. here. Okay. I thought it was about 5 hours. Cool beans. So, yeah, you're getting ready for supper time over there. Mike Taylor says, Doc, I'm inside. I would never drink iced coffee outside in this weather. Yeah. We did. My wife and I were going for iced coffees at the mall. We'd stop in there, but come about the end of December, I changed it up. Now I go to I get their hot cocoa, and it's like a chocolate cake, moist chocolate cake melted into a cup. Oh, so good. Easy Comic Read says, it's because you are too cool, Triple C. Lady M says, my favorite comic books are Iron Man, Legion of Superheroes, Arion, Amethyst, Elf Quest, and the Wonder Man miniseries, and the Wonder Years miniseries about Wonder Man. Very cool.
Awesome. Another Legion fan. I didn't know she liked the Legion.
Yeah.
You just don't hear enough about that, man. And the Legion had a great history, but they mucked it up so bad the last few series they had. It was terrible.
Oh.
And the Wonder Man miniseries is really cool too. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to stop here. Tempest from Mars. He says, I think we got a fair few of those Forbidden World stories reprinted in our Allen class comics. Well, cool. Cool beans. All right. And I'm going to, I'll go one more because I want to welcome Spinner Rack Dave, Spinner Rack Studios. Great to have you with us, Dave.
Glad to see you.
He says, good morning. I am sitting here enjoying my double espresso latte. I am sure Paulo appreciates that. No lightweights here in the Mile High City, he says.
Yeah, it's probably about 7:30 there.
All right. So you ready to show some more comics?
Yeah, I want to kind of go through it quick because I'm probably going to have to do a hard cutoff at 12 o'clock because we're going over to see my grandson for his birthday today. So I'll go through some stuff. Talking about just different kinds of stuff we collect. I'm sure you remember Strange Sports Stories.
Oh, yes.
Yep. This is another one of those I saw in the house. I was like, oh, man, that would be so cool. And these are cool little stories. Got some Nick Cardy on the covers there. There's number 2. And I think from what I remember, it's been a while, but I think these are like all new stories. Got some dinosaur races going on.
Yeah.
Number 3. And you got some knights playing football. And who was the amazing athlete who pole vaulted over the earth? Inquiring minds. Guy's got some legs.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Breen myself there. And here we have number 4. I remember really liking the Faceless basketball team story. I think what it was, like they were these guys somehow or another were like playing their own sons from the future. So it was actually pretty cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Good story. And here we have number 5. I always like this cover. Hockey Mask of Death, and can a sheriff ski across space?
Yeah, that's the one I know I have that issue, and I love that.
Yeah, these are still pretty easy on the wallet, too. So
yeah.
And then last issue in that series, number 6. This is the one that really I saw first in the house ads that made me want to get it. What monster lurks in hole 18? And the great country cross-country cloud race. Who could forget that?
Whenever I see that, you know what I think of? Rocky and Bullwinkle when he goes, "Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat." He goes, "Nothing I see." And then they think,
right. Okay, I'll show a few older detective comics. Obviously, this is from my childhood. There's no cover on it. And a lot of the pages are missing, but it's a really cool story. I think I have it reprinted somewhere. I'm not sure about the number. Starring Batgirl and Robin. So, anyway, here we got Detective 347. Batman killed. Again, story at 7. One of my favorite covers, Detective 349 with Blockbuster and a Joe Kubert cover.
Oh, and some go-go checks too, baby.
There we go. And some more go-go checks and Joe Kubert with 350. Love this cover.
Yeah, triptych. I love it.
Triptych. For some reason, I have 2 copies of that one.
You loved it so much, you had to have 2.
I loved it so much, yep. And Detective 351 with the Clue Master. I always thought he was a goofy little fun villain. I think he showed up later, like in Justice League Antarctica or something. And here we have the Outsider in Detective Comics 356, who turned out to be our favorite butler.
Yes, Mr. Alfred.
And here's another coverless copy from childhood, number 367. Where there's a will, there's a sleigh. And another favorite cover. And this is number 365. I always love this cover with the Joker and the go-go checks.
Yeah, that's a classic.
And had to have this one because this one they introduced the new Batmobile, Detective Comics 375.
Yep.
Number 390, Our Fish is Hooked. Now deck in. And now we're getting into the Neil Adams stuff. I always love this story. I think this was called The Secret of the Waiting Graves. Number 395. Great Neil Adams cover and story. And another from the house ads that I finally got. Number 398.
Yes, the giant pen dart.
The giant pen. And 399. Commissioner Gordon's dead again. I think they might be all cats because they had a lot of lives. Here we have Detective 400. Everybody knows this one. First Man Bat.
Yep.
And 2 issues later, more Man Bat 402. Great cover. And number 403.
Oh, yeah, that's another nice one.
I really like this one, 404 with Enemy Ace.
Yeah. If you like Enemy Ace, stay tuned. Stay tuned.
And another Man Bat story, number 407, The Bride of Man Bat.
Yeah.
The abominable Dr. Man Bat rises. And number 409, this is where you go, why you're going to die, Batman. You stole my Halloween mask, and now I'm getting it back.
That's it. I think that's the same mask that Superman used in an action story or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's the same one. That happened a lot. And number 410,
Oh, yes. The Seal Boy.
And number 411, I think this is the first appearance of Talia Al Ghul.
Cool.
And this was one of my favorite covers. Number 413, another house ad.
Oh, yes.
Number 414, another great Neil Adams cover.
Oh, yeah.
Number 417, 48 pages, only 25 cents.
Love it.
I know you probably got this one of our favorite characters. Number 418 with the Creeper.
Absolutely. I love it. Neil Adams drawing the Creeper.
Yeah. 419. 420.
Oh, wow.
422. I always love this cover. Featuring Batgirl.
Yeah.
And this, I really love this one. This is 425. This is the Bernie Wrightson cover.
No.
And here is a looks like a Michael Clute cover, number 426. One of the first 20 centers. 427. And one more, number 428.
Oh, yeah. I remember that one.
Yeah.
And the Hawkman story.
And the Hawkman story, yep, for Higgy.
Cool beans. Cool beans. Thank you. Great stuff. Love it. I love it. Oh, where was I? I was right here. There we go.
Okay, we got Michael saying hello to Spinner. Jackson says Spinner. Hello, Costa Spinner. One dash of.
Whoops.
Am I not reading fast enough for you, Rod? Paulo Costa Spinner. One dash of milk is acceptable with your breakfast coffee. And we're all about what's acceptable here, right?
That's it. That's it.
And Michael Taylor says, yeah, that 67 if was one of my favorite cartoons. FM.
Yeah. I can remember my mom used to take care of a couple of brothers that lived down the street. And normally she didn't do it on a Saturday. Normally it was Monday through Friday after school. But for some reason, Saturday morning, they were going to be there. And they wanted to watch something. It was a funny animal cartoon or something. No. We watch Fantastic Four here at this house. So I put my foot down as a 5-year-old. No, Fantastic Four.
And Dr. Von Jill says, having a rare cup of coffee now in my Thor 207 mug. Thanks again, Shannon. You're very welcome, sir. Yeah, I forget about that because I guess one Christmas, 3 or 4 years ago, I sent out some coffee cups to some friends, some comic themed coffee cups, and they pop up once in a while. Oh wow, yeah, I forgot I did that. And Werewolf by Lunchtime says, I really fancy stew. Thanks, Paolo. And Michael tells us, yeah, Doc raves about Astro City a lot.
Yes.
He's a raver.
And speaking of those coffee mugs.
There we go.
It's right here down in its hollowed spot right there.
Well, you know what mine is, right?
Where's that now?
You don't know what my coffee cup, you don't know what comic cover would be on my coffee cup?
Oh, what comic cover? Oh, I thought you said that where it was. It has to be JSA. No? Command. Oh, no, it's got to be Commandy. Was it number 17?
Close. 18.
18.
The Eater.
I wasn't thinking.
Oh, we got Meyer Greenbutts in the house. Welcome, sir.
Hey, Meyer, great to have you with us, sir. Thanks for hanging out.
Absolutely. Good morning to everyone. Thank you, Rod and Shannon, and good morning, fellas. And Paulo Costa said, Rod, I did a video on Planetary a few years ago. The other videos I did on Wallstrom were 20 to 30 minutes. Planetary ran 1 hour 145.
Wow.
Yeah, that Planetary is an awesome series. Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to check that out and check his video out on it too. Now, is there a Planetary series currently going on, or was it
Not that I'm aware of. I could be wrong, but I haven't really checked in a while or heard anything about it in a while. So,
okay.
and Michael saying hello to Meyer. Anthony Purdue, welcome back, sir. And Planetary had a really good Lone Ranger Green Hornet legacy storyline. Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
that was
wow.
pretty cool. Yeah.
I just picked up a 5-issue miniseries back a week ago of Lone Ranger and Green Hornet together in a story.
Yeah.
I'm anxious to read that. So yeah, very cool.
Yeah, one of the first storylines kind of had there was, the three main characters in Planetary were searching for somebody, and they found like where there'd been this battle, like some other heroes from another dimension had come over and fight these guys. I can't remember all of them names, but one of them was called Doc Brass, aka Doc Savage, and all the characters from the other universe was like, it was like an homage to the Justice League, but they found out that these guys were doing something, so they all came and had like I guess everybody got killed but Doc Brass, and he was like immortal or something. So it was actually pretty cool.
Oh, cool.
And Rob Brown saying, LOL, Rod. And D. Jackson Roker says, thank you, Rod, for doing this show even in the freezing cold. Yes.
Well, I know I'm not alone in the shivering chill here. So.
And Paul S. says, this is the greatest comic show on Saturday morning. All the old books I am now buying. Charlton Books just picked up Judo-Master and Captain Atom. Awesome.
2 nice series to pick up. Love them.
And Mike Tell says, Captain Strangelove has a new video up. Hey, good to know.
Yeah, I started watching it last night, but I couldn't finish it. I've got to finish watching it today.
And Wolf on Lunchtime says, Doc has icicles coming out of his ears. No, wait, that's just
oh man, everybody's a critic. See my hair coming out. Oh my gosh. And Jackson, he was trying to help me out. He had my back up right there with the line. So we want to stop there. Still good a bit. All right, we'll stop there. And I got a few more that I'll show because I want to make sure we get you on time for noon.
Well, buddy, you can go on after I leave. I mean, you don't have to cut it off. I'm just saying I have to cut out.
They come here to watch you. They don't come here to watch me.
Yeah, I think there's going to be some debate one way or the other about that.
Hey, I know my spot.
I'm just staying in my lane.
Uh-oh. Now I dropped my bottle of water. Oh, well. Life goes on. All right. I'm going to show some war comics. I'm going to show Star Spangled War Stories. I'm just starting this random issue here that I just pulled out because, I mean, they had a lot of stories with dinosaurs. And the whole war that time forgot and all that.
I love those. I would love to kind of go down the rabbit hole and get all those dinosaur appearances. Man, some of those are expensive. Those early ones.
They are. Yeah, and you wouldn't think so, But this is issue 125. So we'll put you over there. And then, of course, it wouldn't be a, war story without gorillas.
Of course not.
And go-go checks.
And go-go checks. There you go. Wartime on the Planet of the Apes.
That's it. That was 126. Here's 127.
Awesome.
I love this cover. Here is 128.
Yeah, I've got that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just
colors on that, man.
Yeah, that's just cool. That's another poster-worthy one.
Yeah, that's Kubert, right?
I don't see any signature on it, but it sure does look like him.
Okay. It might not be. In my head, that's what I thought. I don't know.
Yeah, but it does look like him when I'm looking at the way he drew the pterodactyl. He's got that style. And here we go with number 129.
Nice.
And this is another cover I like. I just love the perspective that they drew this on. It was 130. I just like that.
Oh yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
Like they're hanging from the ledge, looking down on this creature.
Right.
Cool beans.
One of those no escape pictures.
Yes. Yeah. How are they going to get out of there? 131.
Awesome.
And 132.
Yeah, I think I do have that one.
And another Go-Go Checks with 133. And 134. Don't miss the killing ground.
Yeah, I like the way on the logo they made war real big.
And 135.
Yeah.
And then we shift gears. Star Spangled War Story still. But it's Enemy Ace, baby.
Yeah, one of my favorite books.
Talk about a poster-worthy cover right there.
Yeah, you're going to have to shut up about this poster stuff. I'm going to be spending money trying to make posters now. like the walls aren't covered enough.
But I love this character. I didn't get into him till the late 80s. But I really got into reading those stories. They were well written, and I liked seeing it from his perspective. Even though he was technically the enemy, there was a lot of honor and respect and stuff like that. And I really, really grew to love this character.
Oh, I did too. I mean, he would shoot somebody down, and he'd say, well, he was an honorable foe. And then he would like salute him as he was going down in flames.
Yep.
Sorry I killed you, but I got mad respect.
Absolutely. Here's 139.
Oh, another of my favorites. I love the border on that.
Yeah.
I look at that stuff and it just makes me fall in love with that character and Joe Kubert all over again.
Yep. Yeah, and this is where I started respecting Kubert for his artwork, was through this series. Here we go with 140. I love this cover.
Oh yeah. If you're going to get into Kubert, that's a great place to start.
Yeah, it really, really was so super cool. Just look at that cover, man. That is just awesome. And the story's just as equally awesome.
Yeah.
Here is number 141.
Nice. And you got to give it to the colorist on these covers, man.
Yeah. Isn't that so cool? I mean,
yeah, a lot of people, sometimes you don't think about the colorist, but I seen they add so much. And I'm a big black and white guy too, but some of those older covers like that, the color schemes on those are outstanding.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And here's poor old Enemy Ace getting whacked, getting slapped.
You schwein.
Yeah. Whack. Take that video. Yeah.
Where's your respect now?
Here's 143. And here you were just talking about this. Well, here's a good example. There he is. He's saluting the guy as he goes down in flames.
There you go.
I respect you. And here's a great one by Neil Adams and Joe Kubert.
Yeah, that's one of those house ad ones, man. I had to get.
Yeah, 144.
Yeah,
great.
That's probably about my favorite of that run.
Yeah, I mean, all these stories were really, really good. There's not a clunker in the bunch. There really isn't. These are really, really good and got me really into this character. So now I'm one of the rabbit holes I venture down into is trying to pick up all his appearances, like in Men of War and stuff like that. His first appearance, I just picked that up about a year or so ago. So, I mean, great stuff. Here is number 145. I'm trying to keep an eye on the clock here, too.
Yeah, those rabbit holes, I guess to us, it would be our heads popping up like a whack-a-mole. There's so many holes we go down.
Yeah, you got that right. I'm telling you. Here we go. Number 146.
Oh, yeah. Brought out the good stuff today.
And 157.
Yeah. I'm still missing a few of those, but I'm getting close on those.
Yeah, I'm still missing a few of the later ones that I'm still trying. And they go up in price. 148.
Yeah, I really like that one.
It just really, really is a cool story. And the artwork inside by Kubert is just...
I'll tell you something about that on those Joe Kubert correspondence courses where it's got the DVDs where it's like him giving instruction.
Yeah.
Like in the opening montage of it, it's got him like sketching. He's got like a model of an old World War I biplane that he's like using that for reference. So it's pretty cool.
Neat. Yeah, you had to have you knew he had to have some kind of reference material because the way he's drawn all those planes and the weaponry and everything and the uniforms, he definitely did his research. Obviously, yeah, pretty cool. Here's 149.
Yeah, with the Viking Prince.
Yeah, Viking Prince is the backup.
A double dose of Kubert.
Yeah. And finish it up with 150. Talk about being war. War.
Yeah, that's another great cover. Yeah, there's not even one that's close to a stinker in that bunch.
No, man. No, I mean, in the stories, a lot of times, you'd say, oh, the artwork on the cover and everything, the cover was awesome, but the story, no, sir. There's not a stinker in there with that enemy ace, So, very cool. Very cool. There we go. And we got Jackson here. And why don't we just go ahead and alternate? How's that?
That's cool.
All right. Go ahead.
And Dr. Von Joseph, speaking of the Justice Society, I just picked up the facsimile of All-Star Comics 3. I got it over here in a pile. The regular edition and the foil cover. A foil cover? Gas, what's wrong with me? Yeah, he's slipping. He's slipping, folks.
Yeah, he's going back in those rabbit holes. Ranger Sly says, I love Westerns, of course. Christmas-themed comics. Cool. Any DC Bronze Age giants. Yeah. All the 50s and 60s Julie Schwartz edited sci-fi. Wow.
That's an awesome list right there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So I bet you have quite the collection. I know you have quite the collection.
Yeah.
So.
And it says anything by Kirby, Ditko, Toth, Heath, Severin, Wood, Barks, Swan, Ramita, Kubert, Carty, Cook, and Brubaker. That's a great list too.
Yeah, that's an all-star lineup right there.
Yeah.
Very cool, Ranger. Very cool. Thanks for sharing that with us. Hippies Collectibles, George Roy Bean. I think that was the guy. Yes, I think that was kind of what he was based on. Judge Roy Bean, tough-nosed judge.
Yeah.
West of the paper.
Right. And Jackson says, so everything, Ranger.
Werewolf by lunchtime says, Ranger, if you were a female, I would marry you.
Yeah, but he doesn't say just for your comics. And Anthony says, horror stories about losing books. I gave 3 neighbor brothers a small stack of comic books, and one of them tore them up. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh.
Did you go over there and beat him about the head and shoulders real good?
Oh man, I would. That's one thing I didn't do. I didn't lend out my comics.
No, I did not do that.
They got beat up enough with me just reading them and whatnot, but I couldn't part with them because I never knew if they would ever come back. So.
Yeah, that's one of those things I learned over the years. Don't lend books and don't lend movies.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Never get back.
Werewolf by Lunchtime says, just don't tell my wife.
And Ranger Sly is laughing at Jackson.
Michael Taylor says, Hippie, I have Fire Stick as well. Great stuff.
And Ranger Sly is laughing at Werewolf.
Hippie's Collectible says, Fire Sticks is great. Fire Stick is great.
And Michael says, Geeky, you better hope it's not the Batman villain.
Rob Brown says, yeah, Tom Baker played Doctor Who longer than any actor. He's the only doctor I know. Yeah, that's the one that I remember. And
Dr. Von Chell says, Werewolf by Lunchtime, but y'all had that Are You Being Served, LOL.
I was a Monty Python fan. That was I still am. Rob Brown says, love the stories of the Tom Baker era. Yes. The few that I saw, they were good. I just never could remember, or they moved it around on me.
Right.
So.
And Werewolf says, Tom was a doctor for 7 years.
Oh, wow. That was a long time then. Holy smokes. Hippie's Collectible says, being served. Funny as heck. Love that show.
And Anthony says, on 3 episodes of Leave It to Beaver, first season, when you see Beaver reading a disguised Superboy comic, and in October 1985 of Still the Beaver, FF1 is the focus of the entire episode.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty cool, yeah. I forgot about the 80s version.
I forgot all about that myself. That's pretty cool to know. Thank you, Anthony. Werewolf by Lunchtime says Mrs. Slocum and her cat.
And Tempest from Mars says they did some great Tom Baker stories in Doctor Who Weekly.
Oh, cool. Easy Comic Reader says, Doc, swing by and pick me up the next time you hit that dollar bin. I've got $5 for gas. All right. Oh, that would be awesome.
And Geeky Puppet Show says, I just made scrambled eggs, 2 pieces of toast with butter and sugar cinnamon mix on. I'm going to wash it down with a tall glass of freshly squeezed orange juice. Awesome.
Breakfast of Champions. There you go. Werewolf by Lunchtime says Faulty Towers. Love Faulty Towers. Blackadder 2 and the It Crowd are my favorite British comedies. What? No Benny Hill? What? Monty Python? What?
And Anthony says Green Hornet Show, Brother Shannon, because of Bruce Lee and redheaded Wendy Wagner. Yeah. If people don't know this about Anthony, he is a huge fan of redheads, and he will take every opportunity to expound upon the virtues of redheads in comics and otherwise.
Nothing wrong with that, Anthony. Nothing wrong with that. Dr. Vodchilla says, Tom, I have the complete Are You Being Served on DVD and have seen every episode at least a dozen times. I can recite whole passages of dialogue.
That's when you know you're a fan.
Exactly, yes.
And Jackson says, Faulty Towers, yeah.
I love John Cleese. Great guy. Hippie's Collectible says, laughing out loud, John, so do I. Excellent.
And Rose says, he's from Barcelona.
Ranger Sly says, question for Cheap Comic Collector. Are you having a claim sale this weekend? Ooh, we want to know. Paul S.
And Paul S. says, hey, Shannon, I know you're in Kentucky. If you're ever down here in Fayetteville, Georgia, stop at Dave's Comics in Fayetteville. They have books from the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Oh, Dave's Comics in Fayetteville. Hold on.
Yeah.
Dave's Comics. Fayetteville, Georgia. Thank you, kind sir.
Oh, that's awesome. Rob Brown says, if Shannon says it's terrible, then it's terrible. Never really hear Shannon say that.
Did I say something was terrible?
Sure.
I can't remember back that far. That was 5 minutes ago.
It might have been talking about the snow.
Oh, yeah.
Michael Taylor says, I could be wrong, but I think Van Williams was in some kind of law enforcement. Yeah, he wound up being some kind of law enforcement officer in Texas, I believe, right? Yeah.
And ECR says, happy birthday to your grandson, Mr. Shannon. Thank you, kind sir.
And Lady M says, you are correct, Michael, about Van Williams. Now it's 2 minutes after 12. I don't know how much longer you want to hang on, brother.
Yeah, we can do a few more comments. I hate to not, cut everybody off, but I'll have to leave regardless.
No. So. All right. You just let me know when. Cheap Comic Collector says, Ranger Sly, yes, sale starts today after Comic Book Memories. Oh, cool. Cool awesome. Beans. So tune into that. You might be able to pick up some cool comics.
And Hippie says, Basil Faulty, you'll have to forgive him. He's from Barcelona.
Ranger Sly, Strange Sports Stories was editor Julie Swartz's baby. He was a big sports fan and tried to incorporate them into comics.
He is absolutely right.
Wow, very cool.
And Dr. Von Chell says, Strange Sports Stories epitomizes the word esoteric. Titles of the early 1970s. Wonderful stuff. Yep.
Oh,
Esoteric's a good word. Yep.
Yes, sir. Ranger Sly says, cool. Thanks, CCC.
And Geeky Puppy Show says, I was in Chicago last month. I walked to the Ghirardelli ice cream and chocolate shop. Tip was on the mid-30s. I walked back to my hotel eating my banana split. It was cold, but satisfied.
I got some Ghirardelli chocolates on my little stand next to my recliner. What is it? Cupcake flavor, I think it is. Birthday cake flavor, I think that's what it was. Michael Taylor says, cool Strange Sports Stories, especially the dinosaur cover. Gotta love dinosaur covers.
What is about dinosaurs and apes and gorillas? I don't know.
It's something.
And Geeky Puppy Show says, talking about banana split makes me really want to eat one today.
Anthony Purdue says, Strange Sports Stories. How about hurling fences while holding a bag of comics while being chased by neighborhood bullies? Does that count?
Yeah, that would put you in the comic book Olympics right there, Anthony.
Comic book parkour king right there.
And Rangers Live says, Strange Sports Stories actually go back up to the early 1960s in the Brave and Bold. Yep.
Yes, they do. Yeah. Dr. Von Chilla says, a goofy little fun villain. That was my last boss before I retired.
And he's smiling at Dr. V, Jackson.
And Anthony Purdue says, let us not forget the entertaining Elongated Man backup adventures in Detective Comics.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
And Ronnie says, my first comic book related crush was Robin on Super Friends, then Cosmic Boy from the Legion of Superheroes. After that, Tony Stark, Iron Man, Wonder Man, Arion, and Strongbow from ElfQuest.
Oh, that's wild. I see Strongbow, and all I think of is Chief J. Strongbow from
Strongbow.
Yeah. It was like Strongbow. Oh, yes, Chief J. Strongbow. Michael Taylor says, yeah, Adams brought Batman back to where he belongs.
And Rob Brown, great Detective Comics, Shannon. Thank you, sir.
Dr. Von Chilla says, Detective 395, The Secret of the Waiting Graves, The Return of the Dark Avenger of the Night. A true key word, he says.
And also going along with that story was actually reprinted in Dynamic Classics #1, which was part of the DC Explosion.
That was a one-shot, right?
Yeah, if you want to get a cheaper copy of that story, that Dynamic Classics #1 from '78.
That's it. I remember it.
And Michael Taylor says, cool detectives. I like a lot of comic titles, but Batman, favorite cover, I always like Batman.
Cool beans. Hippies Collectible says, awesome detective run, Shannon.
Thanks, sir. And Michael Taylor says, fantastic book, Shannon. Appreciate that.
Dr. Von Chilla says, indeed, Tom, I get way too excited seeing a beautiful run of 15 and 20 cent detective comics.
Yeah. I know anytime that you probably mentioned 20-cent covers, his eyes are like,
Yeah.
And Fireball Comics is in the house. Welcome.
Hey, Fireball, great to have you with us, sir.
Well, better late than never, I guess. I'll have to catch the whole thing on replay.
Well, thank you for taking some time and spending with us this morning anyway. We appreciate it, sir. And Dr.
And
Monchilla says, indeed, Commandy 18 must be on Shannon's coffee mug. See, he would have got it right off. Very cool.
And we're also, by the time you read this, I will be making my cat's breakfast. He had 2 breakfasts, the greedy.
Whoops. Okay. Mike Taylor says, in the 70s, I would tape episodes of the 67 Fantastic Four off my cassette player because it was the only way I could re-VHS them. It was before VHS. Oh, wow. Cool beans.
And Tempest from Mars says, there's 4 trades of Planetary. Should be relatively easily pick up. Yeah. I was going to say that. So, yeah, I would definitely go and try to pick up those early trades.
Okay.
You would enjoy it.
That might be the way for me to go then. I'll try that. D. Jackson Roykirk says, you can't have one without the other. Must be quoting Faulty Towers, maybe?
Yeah. And Maranya says, fun fact, I never really liked a certain wall crawler until we started doing readings on the Geeky Puppet Show, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man! You got to say it like that.
I hate to cut out here. You can keep on and finish it out if you want to, but I got to head out, got to get cleaned up, and going to go see my little grandson and give him some Christmas birthday love. So, guys, appreciate everybody showing up. Great chat today, as always, and Rod showed great books. And I'll catch you guys later.
All right, brother. Take care. Bye-bye. All right, we'll finish up the peanut gallery here. And if we got time and anybody wants to see more comics, we got some more comics we could show. So we've got Jari Time. Somebody new. Welcome aboard, Jari Time. Thanks for spending your Saturday with us. He says, I enjoy comics pre-2014. Very cool. Very cool indeed. Dr. Vonchilla says, Michael Taylor, I used to audio tape stuff from the TV too and listen back to them endlessly. I used to record like the Brady Bunch when they were singing the songs and stuff and play those back. I used to play those songs back. I love the Brady Kids music. Yeah, they're not going to win any awards or anything, but it was just good bubblegum pop music. I loved it. So I get you, Dr. Vonchilla. Ranger Sly says, go checks and gorillas. That's about as good as it gets. Yes, sirree, Bob. Loving those go checks, and you got to have some gorillas. Gray Man says, love War the Time Forgot. They're in Weird War Tales too, I think. I believe you are correct, sir. I believe you are. And there's that picture right there. Sleepy Reader, we were talking about that icon picture that you have there about the Vision crying, how it was a panel that was very haunting to me. So very cool. Great to have you with us. Great to have you with us, Damien. Apologize for my voice. It's going on me here. He says, greetings, lords of bronze and silver. Great to have you with us, Damien. Thanks for hanging out with us. Jackson Roykirk says, Sleepy, we were talking about the panel where your avatar comes from. Yes, we were. And Anthony Perdue says, girl realize, and go checks, dancing go or leave as soon as the check's paid. ODC go gorillas. Big go checks. I love the go checks. And Miranda, she was backing me up. She had it ready to go. Thank you so much, Lady M. Appreciate it. I got Hippies Collectibles saying, hiya, Damien. Werewolf by Night say, I'm trying not to buy any more comics, but I should say my wife's glazing stare is making me not buy any more comics. I've gotten that stare from my wife once or twice too. So Michael Taylor says, very cool Star Spangled War stories, especially the pterodactyl covers. Big fan of pterodactyl covers. There you go. Dr. Vonchilla says, Star Spangled War Stories 138. Gasp. A stunning cover by Joe Kubert. Seriously. Absolutely. He did. I've just come to really, really respect and admire his work over the last, 10 years or really. Well, it was longer than that, but it seems like it's been like 10 years. But because there was a time where I did not like Joe Kubert's art or Kubert's art because to me it was kind of, it looked sketchy. But after reading those don't ever get old, you people. Don't ever get old. Enemy Ace. Doggone, I couldn't remember. Man, but after reading that run on Enemy Ace, awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Ranger Sly. Excuse me. Excuse me. Ranger Sly says the great Darwin Cook started New Frontier, his magnificent love letter to DC Silver Age, with the losers in a time that war that time forgot setting. Yes. Yeah. Oh, I love the losers too. Those early loser stories. I love them. I'll have to pull those out and show them sometime. I do. I love those because it was such a neat little idea to put together all these various war comics characters. You know, Captain Storm, Navajo Ace. I think even Madame Wazelle was in there. Sarge and what was the one with the pooch? Sergeant Gunner were in there. Yeah, so it was very, very cool stuff. Very good reads. Sleepy Reader says, just close your eyes when she glares, werewolf. Michael Taylor says, Dr. Von Chile was the only way. No VCRs. Yeah, I didn't get my VCR until like 1983, I want to say. Late 82, early 83. And I was living at home, making a decent paycheck for a kid that age, 20 years old or whatever. And my first thing was I was buying a VCR. $425 it cost me for my first VCR. I believe I still have it. It's in the bookcase over there. It does not work anymore, but I just couldn't bring myself to throw it out. But I bought that, and I was off to the races. Every Saturday morning cartoon, any afternoon TV show or cartoon that I watched, any wrestling show I watched, roller derby. I recorded roller derby, anything. I've got so many videotapes here, you wouldn't believe it. Thank goodness for my son. He's digitizing them all for me. Oh, great stuff. Sleepy Reader says, hey ho, Tom. Werewolf by Lunchtime says, hi indeed. Need new batteries in my alarm clock reader. Sleepy Reader says, thanks for the heads up, Jackson. Michael Taylor says, Dr. Von Chiller. Also, Adventures of Superman. Yes. Dr. Von Chiller says, Star Spangled War Stories 145. Kubert inked by Adams issue. Yes. I mean, they were all great stories. Micah, Graphic Man is here. Great to have you with us, G-Man. Thanks for stopping by. He says, I have about 43 rabbit holes. Arg! Yeah, well, I probably got at least that many. So I'm right there with you, brother. Sleepy Rita says, there's a beautiful Enemy Ace Artist Edition. I know, I saw that. And I was that close, but I just couldn't spend the money, that amount of money on one book. That's very tough because I'm constantly, this is $75 here. $75 could get me a lot of Silver Age on eBay or something, or at the comic store, so it was very tough. That was a very tough one to let go by. So yeah, if you have that, boy, you are lucky, sir. Greatly appreciate that. Michael Taylor says, hello, Graphic Man. Jackson Rourke says, shh, I'm hunting wabbits. Kill the wabbits, kill the wabbits, kill the wabbits. Michael Taylor says, hello, Sleepy Rita. Sleepy Rita says, cheers, Michael. And Dr. Von Chiller says, howdy to Damien. Sleepy Rita says, Doc, John, I hope you are blazing today. Mike Taylor says, Doc, Fantastic Star Spangled War stories and enemy aces. Thanks, Michael. Appreciate it. They're just really, I can't say enough good things about them. I was always strictly pretty much a superhero guy, and that was the series that took me beyond just that. I did get into the monster ones and some of the monster mags that they did in the early 70s, but that right there that opened up a whole different thing for me, and I really, really love that character and those stories. So they're just awesome. Dr. Vonchilla says, Damien, I am blazing today. I am drinking coffee for the first time in months. I'm starting to bounce off the walls. So I'm glad I'm about to break out the walk to make lunch. Michael Taylor says, great show as always. Had a blast. Doc Shannon and Peanut Gallery. Have a great weekend. Thank you, Michael. You too. Have a great weekend. We'll hope to see you next week, sir. Maranya says, take care, all the Peanut Gallery. Nuts of the day, Rod and Shannon, Pauline and Catt Murdock. Stay safe and warm out there. You do the same, Maranya. Thank you so much. And I'm going to get you that blue wrench. I'm going to get you that blue wrench. It's coming. So just stick with us. Dr. Vonchilla says, Ellis was a redhead chaser. I watched him make a 25-year-old redheaded beauty swoon with desire when he was in his 80s. Such was his power. Oh, that's awesome. Ellis, man. Great. That's great. Sleepy Rita says, awesome, Doc Vonchilla. Yeah, definitely. Michael Taylor says, Doc, I have a recliner as well. Gotta love the recliner. Yes, sir, Bob. The recliner, a pizza, and some Me TV on a Saturday afternoon. You know, Gunsmoke, Wanted, Dead or Alive. Oh, just great stuff. Great stuff. Robert Harrison says, so long, people. Until next time, Robert, great to have you with us once again, sir. Thank you so much. If you get a chance, don't forget to check out Robert's channel up there to the north. So long, people. Until next time, he says. Hippies Collectibles. Take care, Robert. Easy Comic Reader says, well, time to get my comic list and head over to the Cheap Comic Collectors channel for the $2 claim sale. Have a great weekend, everybody. ECR, thank you once again for your participation and your musical creation there to start us off, as always. Greatly appreciated. Have a great weekend and a great rest of your week. Ranger Sly says, take care, Robert 2.0. Dr. Vonchilla says, see you later, Robert. Dr. Vonchilla then also says, see you later, Easy Comic Reader. Michael Taylor says, the 20 centers were the first comics I saw on the spinner rack. And boy, don't they stick with you, right? Right? That's that. When you see those, especially that banner across, if that's what the ones that you saw, you know, that hits home with a nice warm fuzzy blanket. You know, I'm the same way when I see 12 centers with go checks. That was my first experience with comics, you know. So to see those, it's just like whenever I see them, man, it's just like, I'm home. I love it. Robert Harrison says, thanks, Tom. Slide, Dr. Vonchilla. Dr. Vonchilla says, see you, Shannon. And the Jackson Rourke says, be safe, Shannon. Sleepy Rita says goodbye. And Gray Man says goodbye. And whoops, Werewolf by Lunchtime says bye, Shannon. Take care. Michael Taylor says bye, Shannon. Enjoy. And the Jackson Rourke says gasp. Dr. S has even more comics to show. I would, but it's already 20 past, and I know people want to go and check out the claim sale at Triple C's channel, and I want to check it out as well. I also got to make a couple runs to the dump this afternoon, so I got my work cut out for me this afternoon. Ranger Sly says, take care, Shannon. Thanks for all the cool books. Yeah. Dr. Vonchilla says, keep on dancing through the night. Yeah, I love it. Werewolf by Lunchtime. Love New Frontier, Darwin Cook's masterpiece. Yes. I like the animated feature too. And it was kind of based on his art style too. So it was really good. It's a great story. It really is. Sleepy Rita says, yep, love New Frontier. Yes, sir. Dr. Michael Taylor says, Doc, that was around the same time I got my VCR. Well, yeah, cool beans. I bet you were like me too, right? You started recording everything and anything you watched, because at the time, it's like, I don't know if these are ever going to be shown again, and it's just like, I want them. So, I mean, I got all the Hanna-Barbera superheroes stuff on tape, the world of super adventure, that kind of stuff. Not to mention all the other ones. I got Defenders of the Earth. I got that. Remember the Phantom cartoon, Phantom 2020? It was kind of weird, kind of a weird one. I got those. I got Ultra Force, those cartoons on there. All kinds of stuff that I've probably forgotten half of the stuff I have in metal filing cabinets on VHS tapes that I did not, mark properly. I tried to mark them all. I was kind of anal about it, but between cartoons, wrestling, and TV shows that I love, I got quite a library of VHS tapes that I can't really even watch anymore. I got a VCR right here that I've got set up, and I got a little TV right here that I can play, because I was going through and cataloging wrestling tapes that I did not have all the information on. So I'd go fast forward through, write down what was on the tape, and my son would take them and digitize them for me. So probably way more information than you guys really want to know about my VCR habits. Werewolf by lunchtime. I have 43 bags of cement for sale if you're interested, Micah. Michael Taylor says, I was in awe. I couldn't believe you could record off TV. I know. Little did I know I would come to work for a cable TV company, the one that serviced my home. We got cable in 72, and 10 years later, I was working for the company. I thought I was going to be working behind people's TVs. I didn't know about this climbing pole stuff. That was not a good experience, learning to climb poles. But I got over it. I got past it. Geeky Puppet Show says, Rod, I'm going to send you a StreamYard link on Twitter so we can get those wrenches set up. It'll take 10 minutes. Awesome. Thank you very much. I appreciate that very, very much. And I know Maranya will appreciate that as well. Dr. Von Chilla says, got to go, y'all. It's time for lunch. My caffeine-fueled brain is ready to go. Excuse me. See y'all next week. In the meantime, please love yourselves. You too, Dr. Von Chilla. Thank you very much once again for hanging out with us, sir. As always, it's great to see you in the Peanut Gallery. So take care. Have a great rest of your weekend and a great week after that. Take care, my friend. Tempest from Mars says, have a good one, everybody. Take care, Tempest. You are also doing double duty today, Tempest, because before I go off the air, I am posting your you are the community channel of the week as well as the nut of the day. So you're getting double duty today, double recognition. My Werewolf by Lunchtime says, I have the animated movie as well. Very good. Yeah. Yes, sir. Cheap Comic Collector, thanks for the great show, guys. Definitely get over to his channel and check out his claim sale. Gonna get some good bargains over there. Geeky Puppet Show, we can give everybody a wrench but Maranya. Oh, no. Uh-oh. And the Jackson Roy Kirk says, have a great weekend, everybody. And that's perfect. That's you too, Jackson. Have a great weekend. Tempest from Marsh says, much appreciated, Doc. Thanks. You're very welcome, Tempest. Thank you for joining the Peanut Gallery and joining us here again this morning. Greatly appreciate everybody stopping by. So, all right, that's it for this week. Geez, we keep going a half hour past every week, it seems like. So great to have you all with us once again. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the show. We'll be back next week. We'll show some more comics. And I'm working on we might be showing comics while the things are going up there so we can get through it. Because you guys, man, you guys keep this show popping with your chat. I love it. The Peanut Gallery is a big, most important part of the show for me. So great having you guys. All right. So we're going to put up the comic channel of the week and then we'll be out of here. Everybody have a great weekend. Whoops. I got to get that one down. Oh, Ranger Sly says, happy trails to all. Happy trails to you too, Ranger. And Sleepy Rita says, thanks for another great show. Damien, thank you so much for stopping by, my friend. Hope to see you soon. Take care. All right. Off we go. Here we go. We're going to do... Everybody have a great week. We'll see you next weekend. Same bat time, same bat channel. Be good to everybody. Take care.